So, have you ever bought one of these MT3608 boost converter modules off of AliExpress, eBay, wherever from China? And you've had problems getting it to work, and when you do get it to work, you kind of experience that it self-destructs. Well, I've done that more than once, and it took me a while before I realized it has a flaw. Um, After I started suspecting, I started looking at the circuit, and yeah, there's been an omission when they produce these. And it's destroyed by a component that costs, oh, I don't know, 2 cents for a regular consumer. And when you buy them in bulk in the hundreds of thousands, it's a fraction of a cent. So why it's not in place, I don't know. But what's missing uh, is one of these. It's a capacitor. Now, this one is an electrolytic. You can use ceramic, you can use whatever. This one happens to be 50 volt. Again, that's just because some of the applications I use it for are close to 24 volts and yeah, 25. So I just had 50 and I used that. 2.2 microfarad, 50 volt output cap. That's what's missing. I've broken a few. Now I'm going to repair one on video because I've done a couple of repairs and I figured, hey, why not make a video on it? So I'm just going to put these away because I bought some replacement boost converter ICs. The component that self-destructs, in lack of better words, is the SOT23-6. It's an SX1308 6-pin boost converter IC. That self-destructs and it just shorts. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to show you in a diode mode because sometimes you get shorts on both pins 3 and 4 and 5. So if I go from red probe to ground, or the out minus, to pin 3, this one measures okay. But if I do that on pin 4 and 5, that's shorted. So the measurement on pin 3 at 0.45, that's normal. That's a good reading. But 4 and 5 should not be shorted. And if I do the same on this one, pin 3, short, 4 and 5, short. So let's just do V in plus. I'll just use this because it's fine. So I'm gonna find and take out one replacement from this. Pin 1 is on the top right. I'm gonna try and keep a little in focus. Zoom in a little bit. Top left, pin 1. What I like to do, I'll just flood in some extra leaded solder. Both sides. For the removal, I don't even bother using the microscope. I just want this. It's nice. I'm gonna do now is, and I get to showcase my new microscope light, which is of course by Paul, the PLD light. It's a microscope, and I've gotten a new microscope arm. That's a gift from my birthday gift from my mother. Thank you, Mom. I really enjoy it. Thank you. And it's good to have you back from the hospital. Let's just remove this, although it's now basically unleaded. It's just want to get rid of. And just a little bit. So, and put on a little bit. So, focus, new focus. I just use the cheap Kingbo RMA. I love it. I actually do. I love it. Cheap, easy to get, and I use mechanic solder. And now we need this to be oriented, and it's upside down, so it needs pin 1 is that one. Now pin 1 is in the top left. And it just fall into place. While it's still hot, clean our flux. And I can take off the markings I've done to mark that it was bad. Kimtech wipe just to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in place that output cap. I use my fingers. And I just add in a little bit more. I prefer to use ceramic, but I didn't have any in the 1206 variant. Just do that. Now we have an output cap. We'll go back to the overhead and the power supply back on. I'll do another phone recording so you guys can see. Power supply, and it should jump up to just back up to 8.2 and no current draw. There you go. Fixed and safe. Important. Fixed and safe. So in conclusion, if you bought these MT3608 modules, put in a 2.2 microfarad in some form that's rated within the voltages you're planning to use for the output voltage. So that output cap will basically save both the output and stop it from self-destructing. I just want to say, contact Paul, buy his light if you are in the market for a good microscope light. That, I can't say anything else. And that's it for me today. Next time.